I have an Excel sheet for this game. This game is about the madness of the soul. This game is about everything going wrong and it becoming apparent because of my spreadsheet being very, very, very concerning. I don't remember exactly what's going on right now. Let's check the book. Looks like we're in chapter 5. We haven't done chapter 4 at all yet. So we're looking at chapter 5, section 4. Okay, and what has happened here? 20 years my steward, never doubt on your sanity. Let's watch the scene again. I think what's happened was they captured some like sea monsters and somebody was like, no, don't do that, and then they're being arrested. And I think it was the captain's steward. Are you just like, oh, you're carrying a stretcher? Oh, that's interesting. Oh no. If you don't know anything about Obra Dinn, we're on a boat. We have this special stopwatch which lets us examine corpses and see what was going on when they died. And we're trying to work out who everybody on the boat, what happened to everybody on the ship manifest, basically. Let's return to the scene.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Yes. I am doing this for my employer,
John, been in worse spots, I think.
who is an insurance company. Where's the rest of his leg? So, that's John. We know John. John's the captain. Let's take a look at our, looks like we already took some screenshots for this chapter, but not all of them. I'm just going to start from scratch in this chapter and delete the progress that I had, because that seems less confusing than trying to pick up halfway through. My summary for this chapter was the surgeon says we're all right. John either talking to the sailor he's working on or the ship's fourth mate. Okay. Captain lambastes his Swedish steward for trying to stop the beasts and sends him to the lazaret. Swede says they are a curse. So we know who this is. Right? Yes. Already feed that in. And this is the captain. He's being put in the lazaret. Okay. Let's start working through our people. Who is that guy? I don't know. I take it back, I do know, it's the bosun. This is gonna be really tough to pick up a week after I played and pretend to still remember everything. We'll see how it goes. So this is, oh, and I need to open the, where's the, like, ship thing? I put together all the people at once. I need to open this. Cool. So now these are the numbers that we're referencing different people against. I'm going to keep that off screen, though. You don't have to look at it all the time. So this guy is the bosun, who is number 49. So let's save this photo of him. This is 5.4. 49. What do we know about this guy due to this photo? He wears a hat. He's holding a straps? Straps. Wonder why he's holding straps. Do we know who the surgeon is? I believe I know who the surgeon is, yeah. Alright, here's our captain. Number Number 43. Man, my, it's been a while, you know? I'm not sure if my system's gonna still vibe with me properly. Captain's doing captain things. Is one of the crew members? 58. I do not have him identified yet, but I believe he is one of the top men. And he is putting the Swede into the cell. Number 17. Could be for the leg, could be for the BDSM. Well, you know how it goes. It's nice to have fun. Especially when everyone's fucking dying. Let's go check in with, I believe this is the first mate. Looking on with some concern. He's the Scottish man, if we hear a Scot talking. There, it's a little bit better. Okay. This is the person who has died, right? Can I click to him? There we go. So number 53 has died. He was in the gun line at the execution. Is that noted in the spreadsheet? It is. I don't think I know too much about him. But we can say that he was... His leg is gone. There were monsters who came. So we could say that he was, like, killed by a monster. Torn apart by a beast. Seems sensible enough. Now we have John, the fourth mate, being talked to, we're pretty sure. This, I believe, is the surgeon, and that's already known. Henry Evans, the surgeon. Henry Evans is also the person who hired us to go check out this boat, if I remember right. Or he wrote the book that we're reading that's guiding us through the adventure or something like that. And in our map of people, he's 35. Sorry, this is actually me descending into madness in case you missed that and were expecting, like, entertainment. This guy is dancing with the woman. But he's not... Do I actually know who he is? He's the surgeon's mate. Okay. Whoa, is his name John? His name is James. Okay. Cool. And then this is the guy who's being reassured. I don't think that's the fourth mate. So that has to be John, right? Shot by a gun unknown. Is it the fourth mate? First mate, second mate, third mate. Presumably that is the fourth mate. He's got the hat. You need the hat to be the fourth mate. Or is that the fourth mate? Clubbed by H. Brennan. Maybe that's the fourth mate. They both have hats. This guy has a mate's hat. It wouldn't make sense for this guy to be the fourth mate. No, he's a steward. These are the stewards of the mates. Midshipman, crew members, bosun, seaman. Who are the Johns on this ship? John Davies is the fourth mate. John Naples is a seaman from Wales. Is that it? That's it? Something feels very weird about this. Is there any chance that John is somewhere else in this scene? The fourth mate? No, I don't see him. That is correct, Mr. Spokes. I don't want Twitch chat to tell me solutions to this game, by the way. Especially if they are things that you have worked out on your own elsewhere. That's like there's a Wikipedia I can go to if I want those. The objective is to find out what has happened to all of the people aboard the Obra Dinn. So this guy's the mystery. 30. Snap that screenshot. It's not making sense. He's the only person who could be John, but John is a seaman. And he's not dressed right for it, I don't believe. Weird. Let's take some notes on that. So, Mr. 30 referred to as John, but doesn't look like the fourth mate or a seaman. Looks like a steward. Okay, we can learn more about that later. That's simple enough. We already grabbed those people, grabbed their faces. No, it probably still shows Slay the Spire because I didn't update it. Whoops. Alright, I have updated it now. What's going on upstairs as we observe this scene? We got some people carrying the ship's treasure downstairs. Somebody got crushed and has died. Whoops. Who are you? Martin is telling people what to do. Over here we have... Is that the surgeon's mate or something? That's the butcher, I think. The butcher and the... Oh, the artist. Who is holding a book. Curious. Looking down at what has happened below. I haven't been taking pictures of the artist because I already know who he is and don't imagine that it's relevant anymore. This is the man with the hat who we don't know about. That could be John. Is that John? How loud did he say? That... Huh. Maybe this is John. He is standing next to all the other officers. It would make a lot of sense for him to be John. What other, like, roles on the ship are there that he might be, I wonder? I'll take notes of that as well. 46. Gunmaster has lots of guns. Yeah, but he's not the gunmaster, because we worked out somebody else was the gunmaster. Possibly referred to as John the fourth mate. There are two Johns on the manifest. There's the fourth mate and there's a seaman whose name is John. Alright, over here we've got some just general crew, I think. This is number 51. Carrying a stretcher for the body of their crushed comrade. 60. We see him get spiked later. You go through like 10 chapters of scenes about the ship, but you don't go through them in the right order temporally. So we're jumping back and forth a lot, and some of these people we've already seen what happens to them later and that sort of thing. This is number 9. He's one of the 4 Indian crew members, I think. Did I actually... might have worked out who he was exactly already. Yeah, I already know exactly who he is. We know who you are as well. We don't really need photos of people when we know who they are, right? It would make sense that we don't need that as much, but nah, fuck it. There's something about the satisfaction of a job well done. So these are a bunch of other crew members who are carrying the treasure down below deck. And I'm not gonna try to work out exactly who they are yet, but we have... oh, we know who this is. That's Lars. We generally have some ability to deduce things from where they sleep on the boat and what have you later. We got the stretcher, we got those people, we got you. I think we're done with this scene. Let's check out the next chapter. If I can work out where I leave. Two people with the same first name should be illegal. Yeah, especially aboard the same ship, right? That's just a bad idea. It's like, why would you ever make a video game, for example, which had 2 characters with the same first name? No one would ever do that. Or write a book. Oh god. Nobody would ever do that. There should be just the calling left to do. But we need to know how we start that, and we don't know. Okay, is there something else that we haven't done then? Because it's not telling us where it is. We did the Doom. We aren't allowed to see the bargain yet. We did the escape. And we did the end. What the fuck am I meant to do then? Calling. Usually they have like a location that you can go to see one of the bodies. Somewhere in here. Already know about you. We can just wander around the ship for a while, I guess. During my 24-hour stream, I watched all of the narrative scenes for this game. I did not do a lot of deducing who people were. But I remember that the calling happened out on boats. So maybe we get to it somewhere over here. I wonder if we have to like deduce something before it'll let us play, sort of thing. Question mark. That's probably what we want. And X is where we are? Alright, so just down here. What is the weird orb thing out at sea? I'm not sure. Not sure. Question mark. I'm curious. Color me intrigued.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
So probably there is some deduction to be done with the accents in this scene. We're hearing a bunch of different accents. We got 2 boats returning. There are mermaids in them. And this lady, who is currently dead, I think. We're walking on water. You know it. And then we've got... You would be the one giving orders, presumably. The officer yelling, "Hold your fire." Ugh. When you get later on, you get in scenes where you can't zoom in and see who somebody is. That person's too far away for me to zoom in and get a close-up of them. The game is blurry on stream because of how video encoding works or doesn't work. Edward Nichols met an unknown fate. He was shot. The second mate. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna explore all the narrative of each of these chapters as long as it keeps pushing us through, and then we're gonna go back and document everything that happened properly. So he like opened the treasure and it burned his arms off? We are currently out at sea. That is Mr. Nichols dragging a mermaid onto the boat. This is Miss Lim. I think she is already dead. More mermaids, more mermaids. So there are not a lot of people in this scene. Is it? Yeah. Wait, what scene is this? Not a lot of people, though. One other person was present. How did they die? They seem to have, like, burned their arms off. Oh, we're still, like, out at sea. Oh, that's creepy. Now we find out what happened to Miss Lim. So this has just killed her. What? Oh, it's moving. I don't think I've seen anything graphically that was, like, active in a scene before. That's coming out of there, right? He, like, opened that and it's killing this shit? Wow, okay. Who is this? That's the guy whose arms burned off that we saw before. You have been speared by the mermaids. You seem to be dead of some sort. You're dead already. Oh dear. That's not a good look for an officer. Oh dear. Stayed alive though. Bun Lan Lim at an unknown fate. So as we work backwards in this chapter, we're gonna see more and more people because.
You still breathing? Can
Okay.
you hold? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Wow, they're really like forcing names down our throat there a little bit, aren't they? So I know somebody here is Nichols. Well, I already know who Nichols is. O'Hagan is, I think, just one of the crew. O'Hagan. O'Hagan. Patrick O'Hagan. An Irish seaman. Yep. You are getting... Are you getting bitten to death? Oh, I see. It's like, put its claws through your throat or something. Was clawed by a terrible beast. Sure. Are you like falling overboard? Can you swim? We saw you. That's the person we just saw in the surgery scene. But the surgery scene was before this temporarily. Nichols is still hiding. You have a thing through you. That's unfortunate. We were asking somebody about rowing. We'll work that out soon. Accessible only through another corpse. Who is this? How did they die? Oh, this is 3 triangles. That means very difficult. O'Hagan, you still breathing. 4 others are present. Not all of the game is magical beasts. Some of it is just humans murdering each other.
There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot! My kid eye!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Oh, shit. Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, that's rough luck. Oh, you are bound, so they have you as prisoners. You're being pulled overboard. We haven't seen you elsewhere in this scene, so presumably you're gone overboard forever. You've just been shot with a spear. I know who you are. No. Some people die of natural causes. Yeah, right at the start there's like an illness that knocks out a couple. You have a gun. Nobody else has a gun. So what happens is they get attacked and this guy like somehow gets out of his restraints and runs through the chest and opens it and kills the sirens. His arms get blown off by the blast and he dies too. Oh, that's Russian, right? I think there's only one Russian crew member. Take a look at the manifest here. There are 3 Russian crew members. Okay. It's natural to die when you get speared in the head, yeah.
You packed enough stores?
Going to the
Aye,
Canaries.
sir. Checked and loaded them myself. Good. Stay quiet and alert.
That was an Irish person, right?
We've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落去水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
They say strange things about monsters. Who else can understand Formosan here? So they're rowing. The second mate is not helping because he's fucking worthless. You are in charge of this ship. You must be his steward or something. You have been speared or spiked by a terrible beast or something like that. This isn't actually your death scene? Whose death scene is it? What? Oh no, I have to go... It isn't your death scene. It's somebody else's death scene. That isn't lethal? What? Oh, this is just a different scene from that one, I think, is what's going on. Takes time to die. Sometimes. Sometimes. And that was part 1, so I think we've seen everything now. Okay. So let's work our way through this. The start is right here. This is scene 1 of chapter 4. There's a lot of talking here. I'm going to... I'm gonna dip in and out. Wait, can I go back to scene 1 of chapter 4 straight away? I'm not sure that I can. I might have to start the chapter from the end again. But at least the game won't force me out of scenes this way. 6 deaths and 2 missing. Am I investigating because the insurance doesn't cover the beasts? We don't know yet. There's going to be something that happens once we're done with the normal chapters.
Oi! In there somewhere! Storm's coming!
Storm's coming!
Your business and climb down here!
So I've gone through all of the narrative that's immediately available to us. Well, let's start at the end then.
Ahoy!
So that's Nichols.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
Hold your fire. Why are you ignoring the... Oh, you're a Formosan. Interesting. So that was a Formosan directly disobeying an order from one of the officers on this ship. Doesn't seem like things are going very well between the Formosians and everybody else. We're in 4.6. Nichols returns with a couple of lifeboats and the treasure. How many voices did we have? We're back, get the captain, recover the boats. Wait, don't shoot, I have treasure, I yield. Oh, that was him! Oh, no, this is the officer. So we got an officer and I think 3 different crew members talking here. And then we have the Formosan. So we probably have everybody's voice just about. Is there only 3 others present? That seems ridiculous. Philip Dahl. Was that a Swede saying get the captain? Might have been. Or it could have been this person saying get the captain. Okay, Nichols returns with a couple of lifeboats and the treasure. 2 or 3 crew members notice him. One yells to get the captain. He says not to shoot, and someone with authority echoes that command from aboard the ship. But the Formosan shoots him anyway. Five, 4.26. This is definitely not 5.4. This is 4.6. We have you. We have you. Guy's number 56. Not sure who he is yet. I think he's the one who... He's the one who was talking to the guy who wanted to mutiny and then ended up killing him. Is that the only other guy here? I think that might be the only other person here. Formosan, and yeah, that's the Captain Stew up there. Philip Dow. So we can't zoom in on him, but at least we can work out who he is. And here's Nichols. Rest in peace. They got him in the end. Which one was Nichols? 56 or something? Nope. 45 for me. You're not high, but this game makes you feel high. Are you sure that you're not just high? Did you, like, maybe you just forgot? Could have happened, right? He was shot by one of the Formosians. We're gonna work out exactly who that was pretty soon. By process of elimination. Because I think right now, if we look at the manifest, or it's better to look at the picture, right? Like, let's see. We know 2 of the Formosians, and if I remember correctly, this man was referred to by name in the next scene, or the next few scenes, so we'll know that this person is the last one left. Okay, let's check out scene 5. Oh, we could actually jump straight to Miss Lim if we wanted. No, we'll check out scene 5 first. Is that the only time in the game where the agent is not standing guard with his spear? Possibly. Okay. So... that's Nichols. Hey, Nichols stopped hiding. Why did he bring the sirens back with him? Isn't that sort of weird? Does anybody else think that's a little bit weird? Maybe he's just a weird guy. Maybe. Maybe that's just what he's into, I don't know. 4.5. Oh, Nichols died here, and the other people present were 17, 26, and 56? Maybe? I don't remember. To try to explain what happened. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. We don't know who you are exactly yet, but we know that you were burned to death by the artifact, basically. 27. Is that like it? I guess we're on to Miss Slim. So what we can say about this is 45 and 27 are here, and that's it. Nichols is pulling Sirens on board the lifeboats to explain what happened when he returns, question mark. Formosion is dying and calling for Miss Slim, who is dead already. Rest in peace. That is what it sounds like when your arms are burned by the magic fire. So, Miss Lim has just died. This is her death scene. You were clawed by a terrible beast. This is 4.4. The Ostrich Man. Obra Dinn, life goes on, brah. Thanks for the 3 months. Opomusho to you as well. Formosion says, I have it, and opens treasure. Unleashing magical fire against the Sirens, but burning his arms off in the process. Miss Lim has been killed by a Siren. Siren's claws. Then we have to work out what else is going on with the other people aboard the boat right now. So who's of interest? We'll get to you and you later. Maybe we do need to know that you... Whoa, do you have a knife in you? We have to work out whether a Siren killed him or the Formosion killed him. Because I don't think it's clear right now. Muslim's dead. Nichols is hiding. That's fine. I don't think we need a photo of you hiding, Nichols. I think everybody knows. I'll take a photo. I already did. Apparently I already did. Whatever. No, this is 4.4. Well, honestly, it's basically the same photo, so that's fine. I feel like I was more in the zone with my picture taking the last time I played. It's all gone to hell. People present here, the 2 Formosions, 27, 28, and 45. Yep. Alright. 4.3. What is this about? We are investigating what happens to the Obra Dinn.
Reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert.
That's Nichols and the Irish
Next
crew
up,
member.
No chance against the Obra Dinn.
That's the Formosan.
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落到水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来！
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
About monsters. What sort of accent is that? Aye, shut it up. Is it you saying to shut it up? Know who you are? Ah! Who are the Irish people aboard this ship? That's gotta be the other guy who's in charge. 100 million%. There's just no other way. It's Samuel Galligan, the second mate steward. Sure, I mean, that's pretty sensible. There's no way that that's Patrick O'Hagan. There are 2 Irish Patricks? Wait. No. We're just going off him being Irish. Okay. Yeah, so that's the second mate steward. Which makes perfect sense. Him and the second mate are together trying to get out of here. Lock that in. He's also hanging out with the other stewards in the photo, so. 4.1, second mate steward and second mate talk about supplies and how it is important to row fast. Promotions talk about how they are about to all die to monsters. Rip. Should have listened to the Formosions. It is the language barrier, isn't it? It's not fair to anybody. Of course, due east. Sure. Hey Ricky, how are you? Does the game allow you to mess up freely? Every time that you fully identify 3 different people, it locks them in and says that they're correct. Or if you get them wrong, presumably something else happens, but that hasn't happened to me yet, so I'm not sure what. People present in the scene are 20, 27, 28. $32, $45, $39. Two people in the gun line. This is 52 and 54. 8 people total. That sounds right. And it is this fellow's death. Mr. 39. Hopefully we'll know who everybody is. And then by the end of this, although, I don't know, maybe we never work out who 39 is, because he's not going to have any voice lines, and he's just going to be a corpse for the rest of it. I was watching Hikaru playing Space Cadets this morning, AJ Moroski. It was great. I'm glad he has started streaming on Twitch. He's so good at it, yeah. Yeah, he really is. Can tell that he has played a lot of it in his days. Who is this? 27. One of the Formosians. So what am I actually learning about people from the scene? I worked out who the second mate steward was. That's good. Something that may be identifying at some point is shoes. Because you can... There's a scene where you see everyone in bed, but you don't see who they are exactly. But their beds have labels on them, which correspond to the manifest, so you can work out whose bed it is, and sometimes you can see their feet. But I'm not sure how relevant that is for anybody here. We're at a point where most of the like officers and people with special positions on the crew, I know who they are. But I'm still struggling a bit to work out different crew members. Because they like don't have many speaking parts, don't have special responsibilities, and just sort of show up in different places doing jobs. Like, I don't know. What am I meant to do with that? You can use some deduction for it, though. I'm saving them as 5.1. Oh, and they're meant to be 4.1. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a disaster. I'm just gonna note that here. I may have been doing that for the entire chapter, I don't know. How do I get from here to the next scene, I wonder? Do I have to click on something else? Ah, we've done Miss Lim and you. No, we haven't done Miss Lim. We have done Miss Lim. The last in the water was a siren. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So we looked at this person. This person got speared first. This person, we're curious. Did he get, like, stabbed or what exactly? Let's check it out. The call.
You still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
O'Hagan. Are you breathing? Can you still row? That guy died, right? Oh, you did get... Oh. It's grisly. Is this O'Hagan then? Can you still row? You fucking serious? Either this guy or this guy must be O'Hagan, right? O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake. Well, it was this guy asking. Wait, where'd the other guy in this boat go? He's missing. Okay, let's unravel this by checking scene 2 before scene 3. That would probably make more sense.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools. Unbelievable. Okay, so you went overboard. You were lost overboard, basically. You've been speared by a beast. You think speared works for that, or is it spiked? Who could say for sure, right? Drowned? Unknown? This unknown soul met an unknown fate. Great. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. Is he being clawed right now? The beast is definitely clawing his torso, so I think we can call it clawed. Who is getting asked if they can still row? They all seem pretty fucked. Like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor myself, but I feel like I could intuit that those people were dead. Dead or completely not on the boat anymore. I mean, we could have said drowned, but we don't know for sure that it was drowned, right? He may have died before he drowned. And we see his torso being clawed apart, so I feel like it's fair to call that clawed. The game usually, when it's not clear exactly what happened, it accepts multiple answers. Is my understanding. Well, shit. We're about to be in a place where we've done all of the scenes, and we still don't have everybody identified or even particularly close. 4.2. Everybody's present except the person who just died, and the person who dies in this scene is presumably you. 52. So we've got Mother of God. I was pretty sure that I knew who 45, 46, 47. Did I really not note this? We saw 3 people gambling by the Russians' bunks. How could I possibly not have noted that? Then 7.1, 7.2. Before then, 2.1. Russians are gambling. That's all I fucking noted? Russians are gambling? How is that useful? How is that useful, past Steven? Which Russians? Which Russians are gambling? I guess we'll have to go back to 2.1 to work out who the Russians could be. One top man and 2 seamen. Yes, I know that I wrote on the manifest, right? But the manifest doesn't know what their picture is. We'd know from who the 3 Russians were from their pictures in 2.1 which person aboard these ships was the Russian. Okay. that's something that we could maybe do. Oh, I did take a picture of them for 2.1, and that's why I take the fucking pictures. Oh, genius. Oh, it's so clever. That's 20, 21, and 54. Well, 54 is not here, right? So smart. Thank you, Twitch chat. 20 is the only one who's here. So that's 20 saying that in Russian. Mother of God. And then he gets pulled overboard. He's a Russian. Of the Scottish accent, question mark. Probably a Russian name. Really good at identifying the accents in this one. The other one was 50. Whatever. And say Russian died out at sea, pulled overboard by Siren. Okay, we didn't even get like a quarter of the way through this. Mother of God in Russian. So that's you. Being a Russian, you are dead. You sound Irish, you're the second mate steward. You are the second mate, you sound... I know your voice. So there are only two other people who could be the ones who are saying, give us a weapon. Oh, it's you who's saying, give us a weapon. So if we work out what your accent is, we can tie that to you. 52. Let me listen to the scene again. How do I listen to the scene again? Fuck. It's so hard to... I'll just note that 52 is talking there, and then we can go back, maybe. Where is it? There's something there. I see it. Give us a weapon. Miss Lim's name. Bang. This guy's Bang. Which means we can identify him now. Also means that we now know that Nichols was shot by the last remaining Formosan. Three more fates correct. Going through the Roll20 tutorial, damn, it's long. I never read the Roll20 tutorial, I worked it out bit by bit. Which is perhaps one of the reasons that I don't understand it very well. And we know that he killed you. Just need to go to 4.3 if we do that. promotions. Talk, exchanging names. We've gotten all the promotions now, I believe. When will there be new D&D? We've got a one-off organized on Monday. Well, mostly organized. Right, we were gonna fast forward to 4.3. How was I gonna get there? Because I can only go backwards here, right? I could leave. I could leave and then come through 2 scenes.
You still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Okay. O'Hagan, what's happening? Can you still row? Patrick O'Hagan. I never even put this in. Was spiked by a terrible result. Do I know for sure that O'Hagan's not the one who got pulled off the boat and he's just like completely ludicrously worthless? I'm gonna take a note that this is probably O'Hagan. I'm not actually ready to lock that in, I guess. So, second mate steward asks O'Hagan if he can still row. Probably 39. Probably O'Hagan. Yells at Captain. Did he call him Captain? Sir. Yells at Sir. Yells at Nichols to shoot them. Then gets stabbed. Then gets stabbed. Whoops. This is Mr. 32. He's getting killed by Mr. 27 with a knife in the lifeboat. We know who that is now, so we can say that you were stabbed knife by... Where did he get the knife, I wonder? It bang. I know who you are and what happened to you. I know who you are and what happened to you. We don't know who you are. You seem to be going overboard, right? I'm gonna say that you probably drowned. Oh, there's actually a hand on his arm. Oh, that's fucked up. Look at that. He was drowned by a terrible beast. The Russian got pulled off. The Russian is the guy who... Oh, you're right. This isn't the Russian. Okay, so 4.3, that's the audio done. This Mr. 54 gets pulled off the boat. Everybody else is like dead. I think that's everybody who's alive noted right now, pretty much. Not a very successful sortie, was it? 27, 28, 32, 45. And 54 are all here. But this is 32 dying. Okay. Well, I've now looked at all of the narrative for the Obra Dinn, and now I have to, like, work out who the fuck everybody is. The numbers I'm using for people are from the crew photograph, which I put numbers on. I noted a lot of information. I'm not sure that I noted, like, the useful information, though. And sometimes I was bored and didn't note information as well as I should have. If we look at the manifest right now, what do we have? We don't know who John Davies is yet. We're not sure who the bosun's mate is. How can that be possible? Alfred Klestel is the bosun. How can we possibly not know who the bosun's mate is? We haven't decided who the carpenter is and who the carpenter's mate is. Also, we appear not to even know what happened to them. There are a huge number of people where we just don't know. Oh, it's because we haven't worked out their identities yet. We've, like, seen people going overboard and stuff, but we haven't tied a name to it. Pretty good number of people we have identified, though. Hey, Synthetica. Time to turn off the game and use the spreadsheet. Maybe. We can do some nice things in the game, like for Charles Minor. Who is Charles Minor? Oh, yeah, right. Fuck, we don't know who that is. But for different people in here, we can click people and see which memories they are in. There are a bunch of people missing in the Doom. I have a note on that. If I look at the Doom. Sleep, meal, together. 3 looks overboard for the escaping lifeboat. "18, 22, and 34 are leaving the ship." Yeah, but we see that lifeboat get fucked later. There's a loose cannon. Three unknowns flung out of lifeboat overboard. 4 crew members are above deck fighting a kraken. There's nothing in my notes for chapter 7 on like something happening exactly. Do I know which one of the brothers killed Lars now? Have I not noted that yet? I feel like we could work through this together. Especially if people have been watching the entire time. Lars was clubbed. Yeah, I do know who that was. Wasn't it 18? Hey Jessica, thanks for the host. Nathan Peters killed Lars. We're finding out what happened on this here ship, the Obra Dinn. Slowly. We're slowly working it out. How was your stream today? Did we get them right? Oh, I was nervous about those ones. The Obra Dinn is a ship where everything went to hell. Or sometimes hell came to it, I believe. And we are an insurance agent tasked with trying to work out what fates befell everyone aboard. But there are like 60 people, so, you know. There's so much thinking. You killed Lex? Is that Lex's face? It is Lex's face. Yeah, I mean, was it her incompetence that proved her undoing? You can tell me, honestly, I won't pass it along. What's the equity for this Obra Dinn run? So far, we're doing perfectly. No failed guesses so far. But there's still some more to it. Oh, spiders. Spiders are really nasty in Darkest Dungeon. Was it the encounter with the, like, 2 green spiders, 2 red spiders, and they start critting you after nowhere? Is there any punishment for failed guesses? You're asking the wrong person. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Ship's steward. Zungi Sathi. One thing we haven't worked out is who it is who is able to talk to the Formosians. And I wonder if it's this ship's steward from India. That would make some sense. We still don't know exactly who the gunner's mate is. Didn't decide who shot Christian Wolf with the cannon. Went from full to dead before anyone could heal. Yeah. Darkest Dungeon can be rough sometimes. Where can you read about what's going on? I think this is Dante's Inferno. Oh, I know who the purser is. $34. My notes say almost certainly Purser. He's the guy who hid in the Purser's office when beasts were aboard, and who had all of the ship's books with him when he left on a lifeboat. So, like, you know, he's the Purser. Escaped on last lifeboat, almost certainly surgeon. We should, like, note this stuff down, probably, better than we have. One is done. One is Nicholas Botterill. Who's 42? Two is still unknown. We know that he was torn apart by a beast, fights with a sword, with slip protection, safe for kids. We know that he's shipmates with 21. We've seen him doing a bunch of stuff with 21. Sure. This is Ahmed Gill. We saw him thrown overboard by a kraken in 7.6. Well, why didn't I fucking note that? In the notes anywhere. Ahmed Gill. Thrown overboard by kraken in 7.6. Let's go to 7.6 and check that. Where's 7.6? Oh, it's in the book at 7, and then you go to the 6th page. Incredible. Incredible. If anybody doesn't know Jessica, I highly recommend her stream. Great place to hang out. She's been playing a lot of, well, Slay the Spire for the last year. Started as a They Are Billions streamer, has more recently been playing some Darkest Dungeon, and some Zelda thingamajig. I don't know enough about Zelda to say. I mean, there are bears? I don't know.
Get to the main bit, quick!
Anyway, highly recommend your channel. I'll be playing some Stardew Valley with Jessica tomorrow night, and you're not invited. Don't even know about Zelda. I know that Link and Zelda are different. Is that enough? Oh. Oh yeah, you are not on board the ship anymore. You are overboard. So do we know anything more about how you're overboard? Not really. Thanks for noting that, though, me. I guess we can just say, like, you went fucking overboard. Rest in peace. Drowned? I don't think there's, like, a fell overboard. Fell overboard to his death. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Okay, can leave this scene now. I played a lot of Link in Super Smash Bros. Melee. I have watched a lot of Narcissa Wright's speedruns of, like, Ocarina of Time and other games in that series, but I've never actually played a Zelda game. I didn't have consoles growing up. We have Timothy Bootmint. I know who you are too. From Scotland. We even know that you were shot by Mr. Nichols. Okay. Apparently I know everything about him, but I've never put it in my spreadsheet before. We don't know about you. You were clubbed by Captain Robert Witterell. Oh, you're right at the end. Right. How would we work out more about you? Likes knives between teeth, agile, wily around the top of the ship, almost certainly top man with British accent. Shipmate with 55. He and 55 get along. Eventually clubbed by Captain in final chapter. So, top men with British accents. Lewis Walker? Are you Lewis Walker? Sleep and bunk in 7.2. That is the only person fitting this description. I'm gonna, like... That seems like not very much to go off, but we're gonna put a question mark there. You learned to read because your brother stopped reading Ocarina of Time dialogue to you and you wanted to keep playing. I learned a lot of words from Civilization because there were like buildings in your cities and things which were not words that I learned on my own at school. What's happening here? Actually, what is happening here? Why don't I have your fate here for you? Didn't you just get, like, spiked to the wall by a monster? I feel like you just got spiked to the wall by a monster. We can note in the manifest that the butcher is number 6. I have done that. And here that you're number 13. Let's go check that. 6.6. Wait, I just like have a picture of him here. I can just look at actually my photos. 6.6.6? Oh, that's messed up. And take a photo of him. I think he's just spiked to the wall though. Well, let's go down to the gunner's deck, Orlop deck, all the way to the bottom. Not all the way to the bottom? Not to the cargo deck. No, this is the cargo deck. Is it too far? Too far! Here's the spider. Here's him spiked to the wall. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't note that he had been spiked to the wall. That's what kills him though, right?
I've got you.
I think that's the surgeon, if I remember right.
I'll get you down.
I got a spider thing. He's got fucking spikes in him. Confirm that that's the butcher. Yeah, I don't. Why do you were spiked by a terrible beast? Oh man, we are crushing it right now. Crushing it. Oh, he was the purser. I thought I undid that. Oops. Oops. Okay, so we know that you are the butcher, spiked by beast. 7. I'm pretty sure 7 was the cook. Didn't we work that out? Yeah. You're the cook. We actually have your entire fate, it looks like. 7 spiked. Sure. I don't know. And the cook is number 12 on the manifest. Okay, number 8. I don't know if we have any Info on number 8. No, we know exactly who he is. Never mind. Salman Syed. 54. Number 9. Abraham Akbar was crushed by a beast. Is that locked in too? I think that's been confirmed too. Crushed by Kraken. Number 52 on the manifest. So we're going to be able to see which of these cells are blank and easily narrow down who remaining people could be. Renfred Rajab died of an illness. It's number 9 here. 52 on the manifest. No. That's number 8. Abraham Akbar is number 8. Wait, I'm so confused. 10 is Renfred Rajab. Died of consumption as well. On the manifest, Renfred is 51. Good. William Wasim crushed by cargo. Man, I just absolutely slaughtered that. Awesome. Okay, I'm just afraid of what happens when I get to the ones where I don't know who everyone is. 12. Nunzio Pasqua. $20. That's wrong. Stabbed and frame and stabbed by sketchy officer dude. I don't remember. Is it? Did I lock it in? Nichols. Yeah, that sounds like Nichols. The illness is specifically not consumption but respiratory. Look here. I'm not a doctor. Appreciate your correct input though. 13. I like that. Could be surgeon's mate. Is surgeon's mate. So surgeon's mate is up here. He's 13 on the manifest. He was like killed by a beast of some sort. Cool. That's locked in. That is locked in. I think we know all the women aboard the ship. 19 is 14. 14 is 19. Wait, I didn't actually. James Wallace. Miss Jane Bird, protected by older woman, escaped on last lifeboat. Yep, so we know for sure that you're Miss Jane Bird. Something that I have not worked out at all is where that lifeboat was going. I just cannot, I just don't know. I could not tell you. Because the last lifeboat, that was... Last lifeboat is a 9.2. But if we look at 9.2... All the women. There are 4 women aboard the boat. The problem is they're trying to get on a lifeboat to escape, but whoa, you went like the wrong way. That's weird. Are they going to Madeira or the Azores? Do we know about like currents? I don't remember ever hearing anyone reference one place or another. One possibility is that we see that they fail to escape, and that's why the game has never given us information about which of the 2 places they're going to. Because if we saw that like the lifeboat got overturned by a kraken or something, then all of a sudden it doesn't matter where they were trying to escape to. I don't want hints, but it is knowable with what I have. I can't just mark Africa, no. Was the... Hold on. Was the guy aboard the boat? 15, 16, 57, 35 are in the last lifeboat trying to get away. 15, 16, 57, 35. 35 is Henry Evans. And Henry Evans tells us where he is at the start. Henry Evans. The French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Well, him going to Morocco doesn't mean that the other ones went to Morocco. That's not close to where they are. Is it? So Henry Evans is in the lifeboat with them, but that doesn't mean that all 4 of them went to the same place in the end, does it? Like, really? I don't know. I don't know. Is there another clue that I'm missing, or am I meant to go on that? If there's another clue I'm missing, just tell me there's another clue that I'm missing. They had 1 boat. Yeah, but when you get to the end of your journey on a boat, it is possible for people to go in separate ways, right? Does he say at the start that... He doesn't say at the start that it's a particular 1807. I don't like that solution. That seems like a lazy solution to me. Why is there no link between the doom and the escape? Everything else has a link with the path of the ship, but then we stop having a link there. Did I not finish something 100% of the way, maybe? Oh, right, we're missing the bargain. Yeah, gotcha. Alright, so we can say that she was aboard the boat that went to Morocco. That's fine. Miss Jane Bird. So she is alive in Africa? Fucking hate that solution. Just feels so gross. Okay, Miss Jane Bird escaped on this lifeboat to alive in Africa, and Emily Jackson is alive in Africa, we're saying. 2122. And then Henry Evans, we could lock in right now that we're saying he's alive in Africa along with them. You think number 7's incorrect? Ooh. Yeah, that hasn't been confirmed. I think you're right. That means we lost. That means we lose. $30 is half of the people done. See the butcher's mate instead, maybe? 2 memories. We see him talking to the butcher when that guy gets shot. And we see him spiked by a terrible beast. Here. He definitely got spiked by a terrible beast. So it's just like 100% that I have his identity wrong. He was speaking in an English accent about how he could make something tasty. There's a red disconnected from gather notice hanging on the screen. Is it still there? I don't see it. Did it reconnect again? Yeah, well, it disconnected for a bit and then reconnected, I guess. Going and coming back seemingly randomly. Wonderful. That's fun. Okay. I'll probably crop the top off that window so that you can't see that when it disconnects. That seems like the sensible solution, right? Maybe his death is wrong. How do I leave? Let me out. Let me out. On the gun deck between the stairs. Alright, when they were walking the monsters down. He got spiked, I remember. I remember. Like it was yesterday. Isn't this you? Hey, Brass, how are you? What are you up to? It's Brass, everybody.
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this?
What's this?
Give 'em to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Does that not count as being spiked, maybe? Is he being something else? Did he just get, like, clubbed by a terrible beast? Clawed? Tailed? It does seem like maybe spiked is wrong. Struck by a tail. Struck dead by a beast's tail. That seems better. Something else, very technical term. I try to keep things accurate here. We run a tight ship aboard the Obra Dinn. I think I'm gonna wind it down. Go have some dinner and stuff. Got a nice little 7-hour stream in here, pretty much.